Welcome, welcome one and all to a very extremely unprecedented interview today. We have two amazing guests here today. Amazing. Like no one better. No one like you've ever seen before. And that could change the world of their communities. But first, we do a lot of jokes on here. We joke around a lot. One thing I don't want to joke around about, getting out there to vote. Go vote if you haven't already. It's very important, and your party needs you, whatever you want to call it. It's the most American thing to do. That's why we're here. That's how America was founded. Was a bunch of people got together and voted, hey, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And then it happened. Oh, there it is. This guy voted to stay alive. Look at him now. Now he can cough all day in my face, and I can't do anything about it because he voted. He is a legal citizen of this studio. And a valued member of this studio. He also lives in this studio. It's crazy. He also apparently has a big dong. I don't know. I've never seen it. His little Speedo that he has over here, it kind of just is like sewn on there, and I can't I can't do anything about that. I'm not digging into it. That's so okay. We need to get off the top. We're here to talk about voting and like candidates and stuff, not about big dongs on a teddy bear. Jeez. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Sorry. Do it again. Oh man. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Today we have so many chances to scuff up this stream. And we're gonna try hard not to. I already kind of like set myself behind by only giving myself like 3 hours to prepare this whole thing. And I chose sleep over working on this thing overnight, but hopefully that doesn't actually translate into a bad stream. Somewhat Corrupted says, looks like someone is trying to take a sick day leaning into that sneeze. Nah, I was trying to lean away from it, my brother. I was trying to lean away from it. I don't want to get sick. Actually, no. That leads me into my next announcement. Next week, we will not be having a stream. We're taking a break. Yeah, we're taking a break. I gotta, like, do a bunch of stuff around the house, building. I gotta put, like, a big shelf on my desk because we're adding new things to the stream. I want to try to get some of this decorated so the less time I have to spend creating characters and puppeteering them and stuff like that can be spent on that stuff. Not gonna lie, schoolwork out the window. I am completely just off the rails doing bad at that. It's awful. It's awful. But hey, we push through. Well, actually, we don't push through. We take a week off. So, you know. Hello, Ibelushi. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. You are joining us, first time chatter. You are joining us at an amazing time. Today we are talking to two of the primary candidates that we have going on right now. And if you missed the beginning of the stream, if you're American, go out to vote. If you're not American, continue laughing at our politics. It's very funny. It's a lot to take in. And it's just it can be very rage-inducing. It's kind of like watching a cringe compilation on YouTube. It's very bad. Our politics system needs to be revamped, but that's not what we're here for. That's just me throwing my personal opinion out there, and that's about it. Okay, so I have spent a lot more time babbling than I should have, but I'm gonna do some more. So how's your day today? It's going good? My day's going all right. You know, I got my coffee. And I had some breakfast. I go out. You know, the morning weather was nice. Just chit chatting. Miss Deely, welcome in. Have you voted? I have my sticker right here. I voted. I voted, and I am part of the American Political Society. Now the question is, have you voted? Did you get your sticker? I voted early. I mailed in my ballot, so it's probably already counted, and then they just threw it away. Because I mean, what do they do with the old ones? Do they just like scan it through and then it gets shredded and that goes like in the pile with all of the wasted paper, kind of like when they send in all the junk mail that you get around politics season, presidential season, where you get like, you know, 7 pieces of mail about telling you to vote for this person, but then don't vote for that person. Then, hey, this person's voting for this person, and then this guy over here is like endorsing this person, so you should vote for that person, but don't vote for that person. But this person over here, it's like, it's crazy. Like the amount of wasted paper I feel like we have is like way more than like schoolwork paper or something like that. I'm not American, but I think Jill Stein, it looks good. You know? That's a shame. If I'm not mistaken, she's part of the Green Party, which doesn't, like, in right now times, has not a chance to win the election at all. It is such like a split down the middle system we have. You're either blue, you're either red. Anything else, you're throwing out your vote, and it sucks. It really does. But, you know, it got probably the closest it's ever been last election season, or 2 elections, Hillary and Trump, that one. It, like, probably got as close as it ever would be to getting a different party in there, and they weren't even close to taking any spot. But I think it was Gary Johnson. He was libertarian, and it was like it wasn't even close. But anyway, let's break let's break out of the mindset of American politics, and let's get into the crazy. Right now, I have with me in the studio 2 of the primary candidates of the underground world. We have here today Jonathan P. Fogerton of the Underground Wealth Society or something like that, and he has a lot to talk about. So would you like to introduce yourself there, Jonathan? Oh, yes. Thank you for having me on the show. I very much appreciate being able to express my opinions and my policies that I have that will help our society underground. And we have a lot to talk about and a lot to change. And I think with all of my policies and my contributions to my country down under, not Australia, but actually underground, I think we can make it better. We can do this. We can change, and we can wrap it around, and we can be the wealthiest underground that we have ever seen before. And it's going to be great. And if we let the election slip away and turn into something we don't want it to, then, you know, we're gonna all you know, face the wrath of that. Bless thee of the underground. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan Fogerton. Mr. Jonathan Fogerton. Our next guest on the show, I don't know why I keep pointing that way. I mean to point this way. Our next guest on the show is Mitch Muldoon. Welcome, Mitch Muldoon. Wait. Sorry, can you say that again? I accidentally ruined my whole show and had you muted.
How dare you? It's Mitch Muldoon. I am the Muldoon from the Muldoon family, and we are very much glad to be here. Because I'd like everybody to know my policies and why I would like to be the next president of the underground. Because it is going to be a wonderful day, and I am going to what do the youth say? Kick butt. Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon signing out.
Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon. Sorry, I did not mean to mistakenly mess up your nickname, Mr. Fireclaw Muldoon. So we're gonna kind of start up. We already got your introductions and stuff like that. Tell me one of the changes that you see. We introduced with the truth shall set you free. You haven't missed much. It's just we just went through introductions. We have Mr. Jonathan P. Fogerton and Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon. We have I hope I'm saying that right. And so we are like I said, we're going to talk about some things, some changes that you guys want to see that you the candidates are going to bring to the underground realm. Since we started with introductions with Mr. Jonathan, we are gonna go to Mitch and see what you bring to the table. So please tell the audience why, or what are some of the changes that you are looking to find, or to establish, I would say.
Well, so I want to put the Worm Fairness Act out there, where no mole is left unfed, and I promise all of the worms will be redistribution, and underground gardening is a thing. Even the poorest mole gets his fair share. As well as I'd like to have the See the Light vision program, our Digging Our Way Out of Poverty Act, affording house for all critters, the mole, the merrier, and I would also like to talk to the Listening Tour Initiative. This is Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon signing off.
Thank you so much. I don't think you have to sign off every time that you finish your statement. So
what?
I was saying I don't think you have to sign off every time you finish your statement. You don't have to say like, oh hey, signing off, Muldoon, Mr. Fireclaw. Sign. You don't got to say that. You just stop talking. I'll take the hint.
This is Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon signing off.
Okay, we're just gonna ignore me. That's fine. It usually happens. Okay, that was definitely a lot. I was definitely hoping to like just kind of hone in on the like certain policies, and you just kind of threw it all out there. And so we have that. So I guess we'll just do that. Just launch off all your policies, and then we'll talk about them one by one and kind of like get into it and stuff. Is that, I mean, that kind of sounds fair. So we had, Mr. Midlon talking about his policies. Let's hear a little bit from Mr. Jonathan P. Fogerton. I'm so afraid to hit any button because I have new buttons on here. Oh, yes. Okay. So, first of all, I want to say that my fellow candidate over here, he's very, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Because right, for me, I want to help our society by making them richer beyond belief. We're not gonna have any kind of like poor people anymore. Poor people, we're just gonna have the wealthy and then the moles. The moles, it's what it is. It's what it is. But one of my policies, yeah, he kind of just went into like, I am talking. My policies, we are gonna dig holes. We are gonna dig tunnels all over the underground, and we are going to have tunnels that go from the low income areas, mostly the mole people areas, and we're going to have them built towards industrial plants where they can easily find a way to work and continue producing wealth for us. And we're going to go out there and we're gonna just dig a hole, a long hole, and we're going to make everyone wealthy. And yes, and then one of the other ideals that we have in our I like to call it the most free freedom of policy. We are going to
I'd
cut.
like to talk.
No, I'm talking. I am talking. I am
I'd
talking.
like
You
to talk
can't. You
about,
cannot. You cannot interrupt me. I'm talking. I'm talking.
I'd
I
like
have the
to dig
microphone.
our way out
Okay.
policy.
Okay. Settle down. Settle down. Okay. Mr. Jonathan has the floor. Let him get past his thing, and then we can start arguing and throwing dirt at each other. And also, did you rip a fucking hole in my couch?
The hole was already here when I got here.
I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure we only had one hole in that couch, and it was on the arm. Why didn't you just take the stairs?
I am a mole. We dig. That is what we do. I dig, and also, can we keep it to one policy at a time, please?
That's the thing, is you kind of you got your policies going now. He's doing his. We can just kind of change that. You just want to change that? Do you want to just, you know?
I did not provide all of my policies. I was just giving a general overview of some of the names. This is Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon signing off.
Okay, with the signing off thing again. So I'm gonna let him talk a little bit longer because, like I said, you had the floor. We don't have a timer here, so unfortunately, I can't, like, you know, give you guys a certain amount of time or anything like that. But I'm gonna let him finish, and then we'll start, like, talking about each of the other policies. Okay? Sound good? All right, sounds good. We're gonna go with that. So please, Mr. Jonathan, please, Mr. Foggerton, please finish up. Trying to make it quick because the mole is getting absolutely furious and impatient with you. Oh yes, that sounds just like a mole, just like a mole. Okay, we're not gonna play that. Just keep going with your policies. Okay, yes. So I wanted to. I also have an act to make this grand old industry of ours, this country that we run. I would love to enact the Trust in Me Act, the act where I bring forth the presidency. I win the presidency of our underground nation, and we you just trust me. You gotta trust me, and then this also has a small little indent in there, a little footnote that requires all government buildings to have the president's face erected inside of the building at all times. I don't think you can say the word erected on Twitch. It's just a verbiage, but it could be weird. It's not weird. It's verbiage. You erect flag. You can't say erect on here. Why not? It's verbiage. It's literally something that you do. You can't just tell me I can't do it. Yeah, it's against terms of service. No, it's not. I read the terms of service because I know how to work the system. That sounds very weird. But anyway, okay, go ahead. But yes, the flags in all government buildings will have my face plastered on it. I mean the presidential face plastered on it, because we need to build the industry up. We need to build trust in our government and be more free by doing this. Okay, yeah, let's see. We'll give you one more policy, and then we gotta move on to individual stuff. Yes, okay. One of my other policies would be to preserve mole digging, although they are beneath us, although they are beneath the lizard society. We are still people of the same nation, and we have to preserve their lands, and to make sure that they are also feeling welcome, but also staying in their place. That last part kind of got weird, but anyway, we're gonna move on. Thank you. That was their opening statements. The opening of the. The hell was that? Crowd just groaned at me. Anyway, So that was the opening statements, and now we are going to get into, so because I don't remember, and I'm sure Jonathan doesn't remember what was said by Mitch, we're going to do a thing where we go to Mitch, he's going to explain one policy, and then it's going to go over, and then we're just going to kind of mess everything up from there. Because then we're going to have, like, you talk, and then you respond, and then, like, I'm not going to mediate probably anything. I'm not a mediator. I this is literally my 6th episode that I'm hosting, and I can barely handle the controls. So we're just gonna kind of free for all it, and we'll see how that works. And so we're gonna bring it over to Mr. Folklore Maldoon, Mitch.
Yes. So what I want to do is I want to have my first policy is digging our way out of Poverty Act. I promise to create a strong, robust network of underground tunnels so everyone has a cozy, affordable place to live because the dirt prices are too damn high. And don't worry, this includes earthworms. They will definitely be protected and have a safe place to live. I also am going to give tax incentives to those who plant gardens and grow more juicy bugs and stuff that other moles love, like bugs, and I know that I like water. But yes, the price of dirt is becoming too damn high.
I don't believe that you even know the price of dirt, because you don't even look for dirt. You don't buy dirt. It's only us, the ones that don't have the claws to dig in the dirt, that really need to buy the dirt. You guys, you just throw it all over the place. You just make a mess. You're just over there like digging, and then you just throw it, and then like wherever you want to. And it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, and your policy's stupid. I don't think you can say that their policy's stupid. That's kind of like very, why can't I say that? You just can't. I don't know. It's very rude. I think we're supposed to be professional. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be professional. Are we supposed to be professional when you have a doll on your computer screen, and it has a bulging spot on its underwear? I mean, like I said, this thing just kind of showed up in the office one day. I don't control it. It's not my choice. I can't move it. Like I can't, like it won't let me push it off. It's just there. Okay.
Mr. Fogerton.
Are you interrupting me?
I'm not interrupting. I am simply stating, Mr. Fogerton, that no matter what is going on right now, my poverty, digging the way out of poverty, is going to be just fine. I do have claws and I can dig, but when we go out there, up there with you all up there, our eyes are burning.
I don't think that you need to dig out of poverty. I think you are fine where you are, and you're just complaining, and you want to raise our prices, so we have to pay more, and that's not fair. I want a society where we both have our place that we live, and where in my place I live in a very luxurious place, and I have all the amenities I need. I have all of the necessities. I have food. I have water. I have all this. I have my own little servant that happens to be a mole, but he doesn't have to be. It can be another lizard person if he wanted to, but that's neither here or there. But with my policies, I'm going to find that we all have our jobs, that we all have our things that we do. It's just mine seem to be very more lax. We like to relax a little bit, and that's where we need to be. That's where we need to be.
Mr. Fogerton, I also have a place of residence underground that is very lovely. As very lovely meaning I have a 2 to 3 bedroom house down there in the dirt.
If it's so lovely, why don't you give that to your followers, and why don't you give it to them, and then they can be as rich as they want. They can. You don't have to have a policy for that. Just to distribute your own wealth. How about that?
Just so you know, I was trying to explain. You, sir, have a what they call mansion up there. Mine is a humble 3-hole area where I will have my food and water. My sister lives with me. She is terminally ill, as well as my father, my mother, my wife, and my 3 children right now. They all live down there, and we're all very happy.
Well, if you're so happy, why don't you just stay there? Why don't you?
Do you have any teeth?
That was rude. That was so rude. How, dude? You got crooked teeth.
I was just asking a question. Why do you not have teeth?
I don't need teeth. I don't need teeth to generate all this wealth. But I bet you need those crooked teeth to chew on dirt. You rodent.
Are for smart. What? So,
I called you. I said you were a rodent, and that is classifying you as you're like what you are, and I should not be dinged for that. Oh yeah, but yes, I believe that you are going to collapse our society as just like the collapse of 1894.
excuse you, sir. I'm a mammal.
Look like a rodent to me.
Rodents are, as such, rats. You, more rats.
I am not a rodent. You don't call me a rodent. I am a businessman. I know my place. You should know yours.
I'm sorry to the underground and above ground people. My candidate over here, the opposing candidate, Mr. Johnson, has turned me to the
My name is not
Good
John. My name is
side.
Jonathan Foggerton. You call me Mr. Foggerton. That is your duty, is to call me Mr. Foggerton.
Will you please stop interrupting? I
Sorry, I
will
didn't mean to
start
laugh.
being polite from now on.
You have to
laugh.
be. You have to be polite. It's in the contract. We both got to be polite. And I'm being polite. I'm being more polite than you are.
Would you like to hear my next policy?
So so we kind of moved on to that. I see that we have the digging out of poverty. Was that the name of it? Sorry, you didn't come through.
Digging our way out of poverty act.
Okay, it's an act. Okay. So yeah, we have that. The Mr. Foggerton kind of disagrees with it. You guys went back and forth a little bit. We're gonna go to the audience. Does the audience have any questions for after every time we do a little policy thing? We're gonna go to the audience, and then you guys can ask questions if you want to. If you have a statement you want to throw out there, please do, and then we'll have the candidates respond. So anything you have, let me know. But I don't think we have really anything going on right now, so we will, oops. Where am I going? There we go. Why are the tunnels important to you? So, we have our first comment by Arykat. I don't know why I chuckled at that. That's weird. For both of them, yes. Why are the tunnels so important to you? We'll start. Let's see. Who do we start with? It was your policy. So
Give it to Mr. Pulverton. I will give it to Mr. Foggerton.
You're gonna give it to him, okay, Mr. Poverton. I think you called him, which that is extremely insulting, Mr. Poverton. I don't think so.
It was a slip of the tongue. It was a slip of the tongue.
The only slip of the tongue that you have is when you're munching on dirt and your tongue slips out of your mouth.
No, the only time my tongue slips out, sir, is when it's in my wife's mouth.
That's extremely uncalled for. I don't think we need that kind of language on the show. So I would ask you to refrain from going that far into the TMI kind of realm.
Yes, this is true, Mr. Foggerton. Why did you say that?
Oh, I did not say that. I was just correcting your language, and you had this outburst, and this is why we don't need moles in the underground presidential house, because they're uncontrolled. They have no control over themselves and all that, and I really think that if he is elected, we're all doomed. We might as well just bulldoze the whole country of the underground nation, and that's it. We're done. We can't do this, and this is why they should not be voted into the office, because they can't control themselves, as well as They can't do it. They can't do it, and they're uncontrollable. Also, the tunnels are great. Okay, I think so. That the question kind of was answered. I think it was, why are the tunnels important to you? I wasn't finished. With my statement, and but my full statement was the tunnels are important because the mole people have to go work at the industrial plants. They need to work in the industrial plants, and they need to work for us, and they need to do more. That's why the tunnels are important to me. Me as a lizard man, as a lizard, I can find my way around through the mole tunnels, as well as be above ground, but I don't like the above ground. The above ground is a very nasty place. We need more border security on the overground. The overground is being extremely it's awful. It's awful. Okay, so all right, so that's why it's important, because moles need to get around. Mr. Mitch Folliclo Muldoon, would you like to answer the question as well?
Yes, I would love to answer the question. The question was simply amazing. It was the question of the tunnels are important to me because whenever I see a mole out on the surface, I am very sad for them because they got kicked out and or have not had a wonderful hole to be in. So if we have more holes, there are more tunnels for everyone to have a cozy living space, so that we can have coexistency as well as lovely juicy bugs, and we can all enjoy it and be happier together for the mole and above ground people. Because
back to the bugs. It's always the bugs with you. You have no other policy. You don't only want bugs and rage inducing policies. That's all you want.
Excuse me, sir. But yes, so with the digging that is going to happen, hopefully, the underground tunnels, if we're happy, hopefully, then the above ground people are happy. As for our cousins, the star-nosed mole, hopefully they can get some tunnels near their swimming holes, because they also eat fish and invertebrates. And we are always looking for conservation to make sure that we are all stable, and the landscape that we have, we are making sure all the pests for you above ground people are wonderful, so that you don't have any, because spiders can be very damning for a lot of people. But yes, as long as we have the underground tunnels and we can make that work for our families and affordable, then we shall prosper. This is Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon.
You don't have to sign off. Okay, he already did it. All right, cool. We got through both of the statements very painstakingly, but both got through them. Let's see if it's still on the screen. It is not. So we had another question by Miss Deely, Mr. Froggerton, or Foggerton. Sorry, I didn't mean to mess your name up there. You better get it right next time. Okay, I will. Would you like to address the appearance of your own mouth hole? I think some of the audience members are finding it a little bit disturbing, as well as I think we need to maybe address the look of that. I have no issue with my mouth hole. This is how I was born. If you want to talk about born deformities, just look at the mole's eyes. He can't see anything. He's going to bump around in his policies. He's going to bump around in the house. He can't see. How is he supposed to sign a document if he can't even see what he's doing? And it's like, if that is a bigger deformity than my mouth hole, it works perfectly fine. It eats my food. I can chew on bugs, which are very tasty and juicy. I've had some of the best bugs in the world, and it's the form of my mouth is not based on any of my policies, and I would not. If you want to talk about deformities and things that look stupid and silly, let's talk about the mole's eyes, because the mole's eyes, they're blind. Do you know this? Do you know that they cannot see anything? Like all they see is a bunch of dirt flying in their face. If they get light in their eyes, they're blind. They're pretty much dead, useless. So my mouth hole is a little bit less detrimental than their beady, their beady, no, practically non-existing eye holes. Do you have anything to respond about pretty much a direct attack on your species?
Yes, yes. Well, here's a wonderful thing he said there because it goes into my next policy. The See the Light
Well,
vision
we're not.
program.
Wait. We're not talking about the next policy. We're answering a question. If you don't want to respond to that, that's also admirable because you don't gotta directly respond to bullying. It wasn't bullying. It wasn't bullying. It wasn't bullying. I was just pointing something out. I am better, and it's better than not being able to see.
Well, just so you know, the reason I bring up the See the Light vision program is because we are known for poor eyesight. We do see, just poorly. Just letting you know. And so we are pushing for free glasses for all citizens. Nobody should have to squint to see their dreams clearly.
That is a ridiculous policy. I don't like that policy because it's going to cost me money and I can see perfectly. So why do I need to pay for everyone else's glasses? We're not going to get into that because we like I said, we're not talking about policies. We're not doing that. It was just a question. We have one last question. It's going to be a quick question. It's for Mr. Foggerton again. And this it comes from The Truth Shall Set You Free, asking why don't you like the mole people? Like I feel like you guys are living in a society together, so why don't you like the mole people? Well, you see, the mole people, they're very dirty. They spend all their time in dirt. They don't like water. They don't I don't even think they drink water. They're inhumane. They're so dirty, and their claws. Look at their claws. They're yellowed. They're yellowed. They're almost as yellow as all the gold that surrounds my body. And then the blindness thing. It's like like I said, they won't even be able to see to sign in any policies. And then have you seen his teeth? It's awful. I don't like it. I don't have teeth, but my very muscular and strong jawline is able to crush any bug that I need to crush, and they're just good for working. That's about it. Okay, that was very probably insensitive to say, but we're gonna continue on because that's what this show's all about. Okay, we're gonna move into the next policy. This one goes to Foggerton, and let us know what you're thinking, and maybe explain more about it. And probably
I have my own question.
Okay, go ahead.
I noticed that somebody in the chat had said brought up a very important thing that happened in our history. Do you remember when your tail fell off on live TV?
Oh, yes. I remember this conspiracy. That's all it was a conspiracy. I have a double tail, a tail that is embedded into my tail, and it was not embarrassing because it was meant to do that. It's one of those things where we set up decoys because everybody's trying to get my tail. And it's a very valuable thing. I have this gold bangle on there that I use with my own hardworking money because I work day jobs. I'm just like any other citizen out there. I work for what I have, and people want to take it from me. So that was all. It's a hoax. You should not believe anything you see on TV. Just like when moles like to dig in dirt and they ended up hitting a septic sewer line and they got covered in poop. How would you like to respond to that, Mr. Muldoon? I remember the stories coming out that you smelled like poo-poo and pee-pee for about 7 years.
Well, just as your statement suggests, I only lived to the age of 2, so how is 7 years going to happen? But as I was saying, at least with that incident that happened, it was sadly not me that got drenched. It was, however, a gentleman who shielded me from it because he very much cared about me. I did have him expertly cleaned and helped him and his family with any reparations that might have occurred during that time, especially the embarrassment. So, don't worry, that guy is just fine. I made sure that he has everything he needed for that 3 months that he was not the best. But we do have a strong sense of smell, so we were smelling it. We had relocated him for a little bit. Don't worry, all expenses were paid for him and his family, and they ended up actually wanting to stay there. So I gave them a wonderful discount on that home. It was 50% off for him, and I believe he was working in your mine at one point, and then we had pulled him from that and had him start his own garden, which now he has opened a grocery store and is now a very successful businessman. And that is all due to our wonderful tax laws and our tax incentives that we have provided for him.
So I would like to. I think we need to kind of move. I would like to respond. I would like to respond to the. I think we went off of the topic where I would like to respond. I'll give you like a minute. Thank you. Okay.
That is too long.
I am speaking. It's my minute. It's my minute. I want the minute. I want the minute. It's my minute. No, it's not. It's a minute, and you had way longer than a minute to talk. So let me talk for a minute. Does my minute start over? No, it's going still. Okay. So here's the thing. So you weren't even seeing. You couldn't even see the septic sewer line. And you dug right into it, and then you had somebody else take the fall for you because, and that's exactly what he's going to do in the presidency. Okay, he's going to go out. He's going to blindly start wars, and then he's not going to see the ramifications, and then he's going to blame someone else. So that is why I think that terrible person. And there was something about my tunnel that we're not gonna go into every detail. If that's where you want to go, well, I am talking. I am still talking. Pretty much, he's stupid. Okay, we're gonna continue on from there. I don't think we need to dive any deeper into any of that conversation because I didn't like any of it. So I think you just went over like a previous question that I think our producers have missed. So we're going to go on to the next policy now. So Mr. Foggerton, you have several policies that you want to talk about. Can you explain one that you are interested in letting the viewers at home know about? Oh, yes. I want to bring up the digging tunnels for new transportation lines that we are planning on putting on. We're going to create an electric zip line that goes from the mole land, which is a big low income area with a whole bunch of poverty in there, and we're going to help them out. We are going to assist them by building transportation so they can go over to the industrial plant that we have. And then they can work in those mines, and they can work in those plants, not the mines, the plants. I looked over the mole, and he distracted me, so I meant to say the industrial plants. We send them to the industrial plants so they can work there, and then we'll install a little electric zip line for them, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun for them to go over to the industrial plant and work for lower than minimum wage, lower than minimum rocks. And they can enjoy their life doing something purposeful, and not spending their days just lounging around and doing nothing and digging holes and busting open sewer lines and all this. It's a very strategic policy. We have so many things in place to benefit the every class that we have we have lower class, we have low class, and then we have mole class. And then like it goes above like to middle class and then stuff like that. So we have like, if I had to set up a hierarchy, I don't think we need the whole hierarchy. I am speaking. If we were going to set up like a tier list, it would be like mole people, then low class, then low class, then low middle class, and then middle class, and then wealthy. And we need to really build the foundation. We need to have the moles working hard so we can increase our foundation strength while paying them as little to nothing, as well as having them work extremely hard. That will make us very wealthy. Okay. Would you like to respond, Mr. Muldoon?
Yes, yes, yes. I would love to respond because what is going on is it's a glorified roller coaster for 2 minutes that will just brighten their day for 2 seconds, and then they have to go work in the plant where they don't get enough rocks to help.
The zip line will be about 4 minutes. It's a long distance. It's not going to be 2 seconds. It's going to be 4 minutes of pure bliss and ecstasy of Mo swinging action.
How much is this going to cost us?
I've already worked it out in the budget. I know it's going to work.
Well, no matter what it is going to cost, it will start eating into our school's funding programs for all of the schools, lizard kind as well as mole kind, and we have too much. Everything is too damn high right now.
That's all you know in your
That
policy.
is
You're too
Mitch
damn high. That's all I hear about. That's all I hear about you. I don't care if you're signing off. It's too nothing's always too damn high. You just make that up as an excuse to not have anything backing up your policy.
So that's what your policy.
My policy is great and it is amazing, and you have nothing against it. You already stated, you agreed with me that they would have fun. They would have fun, and that's all that matters. They get to have fun going to work, and then they have fun going home, and then that's we in between we better our society. Okay. No other comments on that. I'm assuming. All right. I think we can maybe move on. I don't think we have any questions from the audience asked about anything about that. So we're gonna just continue on from that. We're going to take a brief pause for one of our sponsors. Me blaming the audience for not telling me to take the trash out yesterday. I know I ended the stream very early, but nobody told me to take the trash out, and now I have 3 weeks of trash built up and not taken to the street. And I find that extremely disturbing that I feel like you guys just can't remind me to take out the trash when it needs to be. Thank you for our sponsor. Thank you. Thank you. You sound very irresponsible with taking out your trash. That under my rule, that would not be a problem. We want to have a stronger border for the overground, but I think we can make an exception for you. You can make it like you just take out my trash whenever it hits. Yeah, yes. We'll set up a policy where you pay us $1,000 $2 and $2 like on Bluey, like that's like the $1 dues or something like that, or no, is that like I don't know $1 or something? Oh no, it's something totally different. You would pretty much pay us, and we will come over to your side, and we will take out your trash for you. Sounds pretty good, but I don't think I have like a right to I don't have like a voting thing up here to like go forth on your election. It's just my own.
So I also have a thing about that. So I know this is going into another policy a little bit, but it is for your trash. It is trash related. So
do you want to wait until we get to your policy and then go to that? Because then you can actually explain. No.
I have another policy that I need to talk about before that. I just wanted to let you know, at least for us, we are doing a community composting program to make rich soil and healthy for everybody, which will increase the job opportunities and everything like that.
Your soil will not be rich. It will not be rich. It will be poor soil. Poor soil.
We will have a zero littering law, where every piece of trash picked up is in exchange for seeds to plant trees and shrubs. So every trash that is picked up from our community members, they will then receive seeds to then go plant trees and shrubs, so that we can make sure that every other animal can someday have a home to own.
Okay, so that's kind of in the policy. I want to bring it up to the screen where it says, "How dare you?" I certainly mentioned the trash. You did, but that was at like the middle of the stream, so I can't give it to you because I asked at the end of the stream that the chat remind me, and you weren't there. I like I said, I know I ended it quickly, but you gotta be snappy on it. I don't know. I can't. I don't think I can. I now I have like 3 weeks of trash just stacked up ready for the trash man on the 4th week. So yeah.
I would just like to say a few words for Miss Deely. She seems like a wonderful person who was originally getting it right, and she tried, and that is all that should matter. She tried, because not a lot of people try anymore. Nobody tries, and that's sad because we need to try more, because trying will make everybody happy, and everybody being happy will be good for the economy.
Oh, and I believe that you think that the mole people are trying really hard, huh? They're not. They're really not. They're all play, no work, and that's not how we run a country. Okay, we're gonna jump off that. Miss Deely, thanks you, Mole. And that is Mr. Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon, if you want to thank him correctly. I don't think I can spell that, so you're going to have to take your best guess on how that's spelled.
Just so you know, Miss Deely, you can call me Fireclaw.
His name is also, his nickname is Fireclaw. Interesting nickname. Do you want to explain how you got that nickname?
Yes. So, one day, a long time ago, probably about right when I started stepping up into politics, as I became mayor of the mole people, what ended up happening was somebody from the top, we will never know because he got away, and sadly, the top police over there in the overworld are diligently looking, but they have not found anybody. That somebody had then thrown a fireball, like a ball of fire, down one of the holes that was actually the nursery for our wonderful orphanage. Because some mole mothers can't take care of their children, whether it's because of a mental or physical disability. We are there to help them. So we have taken their children and provided them with mental health and security. And when they feel ready to then take their children back, they may have them back. But this fireball was directly aimed at our orphanage where all the little babies were. So I heard this and started digging through the dirt to try to go under them and get them out of the fire. Oncoming fire. And as I had digged, finally I had secured them, but the fire had then hit my claws, and my claws were burned for a little bit, but when I had gone to the surface and ripped my way through the surface, a lot of people started calling me Fireclaw because my claws were on fire, and they said I looked really cool, and I thought it was awesome. I suffered third-degree burns on my claws.
That story was never proven, by the way. It's only anecdotal, that's it.
Did you want to go to our resident fact-checker, George the Cat of All Truth?
I would very much like that. If George can provide a fact check for that, then I will still say it's fake.
Well, good, because George the fact-checking cat will be fact-checking and putting all the facts on Discord later.
I look forward to being right, and then only being right because I would not accept the truth. That seems like that's I feel like you can't say that, but you just did, so.
So yes, that is why my name is Fireclaw McDoon. And don't worry, I made a partial recovery. I can walk still, so don't worry about me. I am perfectly fine, and I will continue to serve the wonderful people of the mole, as well as the people of the above.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, say again. Did you say something?
It's all right. Everything's all right. Your wonderful assistant, I think the wife you have, I believe that's what she called herself. She gave us lovely refreshments. It was wonderful, top tier. Great, great.
All right, I'm glad. So we're coming back from break, and that they're just talking was Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon, which he is running for the presidency of the Underground Society, Underground Country nation, as well as his opponent here, Jonathan P. Fogerton. We've been hearing their policies and what they pretty much think about each other. So we're gonna continue that in 1 second, but I do want to mention real quick, this is a show about the interviewing the two candidates, but more importantly than interviewing two candidates that are in the Underground Society is you going out and voting for your own candidates in the Overground Society. So make sure you vote, and I'm sure it's counted. So yeah.
You bastard.
Okay. Come on. Anyway, let's get back into it. Welcome in Rock Forever 7. Thank you for the Booyah Bastard channel point redemption. Appreciate you. All right. Frogton, let's go. Let's quickly, just before we get to another policy, I want to show this on the screen. The truth shall set you free, as called Frogton racist. We will probably get. I think he's laughing, but he's not actually.
That's so funny. It was hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to be careful and tone down the laughter because you're peaking and it's not coming through. Oh man, what a laugh! This guy laughs like he runs his policies poorly.
That hurt.
Also, I'm not racist. I enjoy all the people. I enjoy having them work for me. I enjoy talking to them as they're working for me, as well as I enjoy them. They're fine people. I'm not judging them. I'm not saying that I'm not saying they're bad people. I keep my own social circle. I'm not racist. I wouldn't consider myself racist. Or would that be I don't think we're the same race. Like a different race of lizard would be a race, but speciesist, would that I don't know. Maybe that would cover under it. That's crazy because I've had that same conversation on this show before. We were trying to find out if something that's a different species, is it called something different, or is it just racist but with an added emphasis of something. Well, I'm not sure, but I'm not. I can tell you right now, I'm not racist. I enjoy all. I have no biases on anybody. All right, there you have it. That's his response on that. Now let's get out of the comment section and go back to policies. We've ended off with Mr. Fogerton, and he mentioned that something about digging holes and having mole people go to his industry plants. So let's go to Muldoon and see what his policies are bringing to the table. So the floor is yours for about as much time as you stop talking, and then I will cut you off there.
All right. So I am going to start talking about the more the merrier tax plan, and that counts to the above ground as well.
Ooh,
The sliding tax scale based on the number of burrows and or homes above, dug by a family and or built by lizard people as well as all the others. More effort means more reward. We are going to take the taxes that have been collected for that, and we are going to fund community gardens as well as fund for the schools, and that's how we're going to redistribute so that everybody can have a wonderful home as well as provide for their families. and make sure that there's food on the table as always. That is Mitch Fireclaw Mardoon signing off.
Okay, I was waiting for it. Like I knew you had that in your back pocket, but I didn't know if it was coming or not. So I appreciate that.
It was definitely coming. It was just one of those things where what ended up happening was my brain fog. Sometimes when you're hungry, that's why I was processing those snacks from your lovely wife from before. So,
Oh,
yes.
here comes the brain fog. Another reason why we need moles out of the policies and the politics, and we have more clear-headed lizard folk in the underground president's house.
What is frog mind?
I said lizard mind. You said you had.
You said mind frog. That's what you said. Mind frog.
I said mind fog. I said mind fog, and you can fact check that. I know what I said. I didn't say that. I knew what I said. Oop. Okay. Okay, cool. So more money funding for schools and policy stuff like that. Mr. Fogerton, would you like to respond? I kind of okay, yeah. Yes. I would love to respond. And at first I wasn't listening, and then I started listening, but I think I'm well equipped to respond to this and say that the moles are very they are very inappropriate with spending. They don't know what is due for spending and what we need to actually focus on, and that's, I feel like their policy will fall apart right when he puts it in, and it won't be anything good. It would just be wasted money, wasting all of our money and our resources in our government, and we don't need that. We don't need to waste money. We need to know exactly where it's going, and we need to find out where we can put it to make the underground world amazing and the best. So I think it's a bad policy. Whatever he said, probably terrible. Would you like to doubly respond to his response?
No, but I would like to
I didn't mean to laugh. I apologize.
I would like to just move on to my next policy, or his next policy.
All right. Well, first, anything in the audience? He didn't say that. That's what Arykat has said in the chat. So, who was that towards? Wait, what was the thing that somebody didn't say, like, what they said to do? I have no idea. All right, nobody can keep track on this show, and that's what we're all about. So, that was another policy put in there. Okay, I don't know why I did the clap. I didn't do them before, but I guess it's a new thing we're starting. We start trends here. Okay. So that was Mr. Muldoon's policy. Let's go move on to Mr. Fogerton. See what he has to say. Mr. Jonathan P. Fogerton, you have the floor. And would you like to express another one of your policies? Yes. So, my policy would be to the Trust in Me Act. I feel like I have to explain this one to make everybody feel better when it comes to the underground. A lot of people mistake this as me being very vain or very narcissistic, as you will, but having the face of your president inside of every government-run building is something that we need to really get out there. We need to make sure that everyone knows the face of your government and the one that you talk to, the one that you can trust fully with all of your troubles, all of your benefits, you can share with that person, and you can trust them like a father figure to you, to your children, to you, to your workplace, all of that. And I need those to be placed in government run buildings, schools, post office, underground DMV, or also known as the UDMV. And we need them in there so that they know who to trust. Is that it? Just to know who to trust, and like not like, it just seems weird to have a whole policy based on can the audience chill? Somebody give that guy a Ricola or something. Cough drop. But yeah, so it seems very just like, is that it? Is that the whole oh no. So that is just part of the policy. The Trust in Me Act is more about gathering, about bringing people together, because we are better together than we are separate. And what we need to do is bring everyone together to make sure that they know who they can trust, which is the president of the underground, which is also me, which will be me. I cannot. It's just unfathomable to be able to lose against a mole. So I think that we to really hone in on the trust in this company. Sorry, not this company. This country. This underground society that we have. I think we need to have flags with the president's face plastered on it right next to our own underground society flag, and to really keep to just build that trust. We need to start the trust at a young age, and then maybe incorporate other measures. Maybe I'll incite a policy where we have posters built up around the schools and UDMVs to really hone in that you can, and maybe have like text on them saying, "Hey, you can trust me. I'm your father," and really hone in on the trust that our government needs to really get that the fact of trust in there. Okay, that was a whole lot, and I feel like it's still just a policy to get your face plastered in schools and government buildings. But anyway, Mr. Mole. Sorry, I keep calling you Mr. Mole. Mr. Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon, do you have anything to respond to that?
Yes, I
Okay.
do. So what ends up happening is so with the Trust in Me Act, or whatever you were trying to do, um
That is exactly what it's called.
thank you, good. I was perplexed, I would say, by your measure of standards on that. I do feel like people should have trust in the candidate that they choose. However, I do not think you should look to them as a father figure, because I do believe that there is a definite separation of pol- politicals political stuff as well as what you do with your family. So family and policies things need to not happen at the same time and coexist. Because yes, we are one and the same, but we need to make sure everyone's voice is heard and that everyone is constantly being in the loop. For yes, we are family, but no, we should not think of one over the other.
All right. I just wanted to clarify something that you said, Mr.
This is Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon. Ah, signing off.
Okay. Okay. Once again, don't need to sign off every time. But I do have to clarify something. Did you say that families need to be separated from politicals? Am I getting that? Am I getting that right?
No, it was just a slip of the tongue once again. It's like I am extremely sorry.
Oh, a slip of the tongue again, just like when you and your grandmother kissing. Okay, I told you don't bring that stuff up. We're not talking about that. I don't think he said grandmother kissing. I think he said like his wife or something. But we don't need that kind of immaturity here. Okay, let's just keep it respectful. You guys can argue, but nothing like that. Okay. Well, it's not my fault that he kisses his grandmother. Okay.
That was very hurtful. Because as you know, she has passed on from this life as of recent.
Okay, we're not going to dive too. I'm sorry to hear that about your grandmother, especially it being recent. We are going to move on from that because I don't want to, keep digging up this whole topic. So that was the topic of, or sorry, the policy of the Trust in Me Act, which Mr. Foggerton is saying that he wants to have a picture of him or a picture on the flag, of like his own face on a flag next to the underground society flag in all underground government run buildings. So you have like in the schools, post office, or the UDMV, the underground drivers motor vehicle, whatever it's called. So he wants that in there, and then that is the end of that policy. I don't think it included anything else with it. Oh, I mean, it does include more. It does include more. Just so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring together. I think we already went through that. You're trying to bring together everybody. You're like a father figure and stuff like that, right? That's what you're trying to get at. And it's just you're making a policy to have flags of your face in the buildings.
I do, however, agree with him. As to the photos in schools and businesses and stuff, but for the contents of the photo, I do believe it needs to promote coexistence as well as the devotion we all have to making sure that everyone knows that they have a place and are safe with everyone.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to promote, and I think we actually can agree on that we're promoting togetherness into a society where everyone knows their place, where especially the mole people working on the industry plants and stuff like that, and keeping lizard people as wealthy as possible and keeping them in places of work that are very business oriented. I think we can agree on that. He even said that he does agree with me, and I'm taking that in a political ad and cutting this up in an interview and saying that he agrees with me. I think you're pretty much saying that you are intentionally going to manipulate media to make it sound like he's agreeing with something that I mean, I'm going to bring it over back to Muldoon, and he can clarify on that.
So no, I was saying the content, the context of what's going on. Yes, we should be able to put up photos, not flags, but I think it should not be your face. I think it should be several community members all getting together and promoting togetherness, and that nobody is of hierarchy of over the other, at least blatantly.
If we do not have a hierarchy.
Thank you for not trying to interrupt me.
If we didn't have I was trying to interrupt you again. If we did not have a hierarchy, we would be a system of just a bunch of moles running around and not doing anything important. Okay, I think we can call it there. The act is garbage, and I don't think. What kind of mediator are you? You're interrupting and then agreeing with the side. You can't do that. I mean, it's my show, and we have really no rules here. But that's against the rule. There's no rules here, though. It's my show. I don't like that rule that there's no rules. There should be rules. If we don't have rules in this society, then it just falls apart. It falls apart, and then the moles rule everything, and the lizards we don't get enough. We don't get enough, and we end up perishing because of selfish mole reasons. Okay. So we're gonna go over to the audience and see if they have any kind of comments and concerns about that policy, the Trust in Me Act. Let's see what we got. I don't think it's on the screen anymore. I should really increase the duration of those. But anyway, so the truth shall set you free. He asked, did Hitler do that? Did not. Wait. I'm thinking it's supposed to mean, did Hitler do that? I do not know much policies and contributions that the overground world has had. I do not know this Hitler fellow. I've heard pieces of him. He seems like a great guy, but I don't know much about him. Okay. I think you're dipping a little bit into a personality that I'm not trying to go for on this show, and I do apologize for that, but I guess that's that. He doesn't really know who that is. He didn't say that. How dare you, you ugly lizard? That is very inappropriate to say as a spectator to somebody as wealthy as I am. Okay, so I think we're gonna call that policy there, and yeah. So let's oh wait, have it. Let's see what this one is. Having the likeness of Mr. Mouthhole around small children is going to give anyone a sense of is not going to give the sense of well-being. I think Miss Dealey is bringing up the Mouthhole again, and also saying that it won't be ideal to have around small children, either being frightened by the Mouthhole or in other circumstances maybe eating children. Could be.
I do understand that what is going to happen. I understand your concern. I will personally let you know that although the mouth hole is gaping and terrifying sometimes, my candidate here is not as scary as he looks. I promise you. Because even though I personally do have teeth, and yes, it is quite a smaller mouth, I do feel like maybe children might be frightened by me. But children are easily frightened, especially the little ones. But don't worry, I will always get on my knee and be at their level and make sure to let them know that I am not a threat and that I will always be there for them. Not in a weird fatherly manner, but more so in a I will help your parents matter.
So, I would like to also, we need to have more of a professional stance on things like this, and I do want to bring up, sorry, for our studio team, you may want to do a poll and not a prediction. Predictions are if something happens and then they win points. Polls, I think, is what you're looking for. That's kind of what the whole, like, is it this person, that person, then you vote. Just want to clear that out for our team. But anyway, because please continue. Yes. So I want to state that I do believe that we need to come together and be more professional in our stances. And yes, some of us may look different. Some of us may have a fully functional mouth hole that is good for eating bugs and for other circumstances, and then you have people with scary looking white eyes because they're blind, and I think it's definitely one of those things that we definitely need to be a little bit more sensitive and forthcoming, and even more appropriate with certain distinctive features. My opponent here, he does speak some truth. He really does. We need to get together, and my opponent is as scary as he seems. He definitely will use that his teeth are made of bones, so his bones are going to grind and crush any small child that comes near him. So he was looking to bury the hatchet, and you just kind of threw the hatchet away, huh? I don't know what that means. Okay. All right. I think that was from the comments. Yep. And then we have one more. Again, Miss Deely asked, what's the P for Mr. Froggerton? Wait, is that Foggerton? Sorry, that is spelled correctly. I am the one who keeps messing that up. The P is for Parich. Sorry? The P is for Parich. Parich, like Parich, like that? No, it's just P rich. So the P is literally a P and then rich. Yes, because I'm very wealthy. Okay. There you go. It's Parich. So his name is Jonathan Parich Foggerton. Make sure I document that down so I don't mess it up again. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next policy. Let's see what's our time at. We probably fit in 2 more policies. I think we started with Muldoon. Yes, we started with Muldoon, so we're gonna do Muldoon and then end it on Foggerton, and we'll see where we are from there. Maybe we'll take some questions, or they'll take some questions, and yeah, let's do that. So then, the floor is yours, Mr. Muldoon. What's your next policy?
Yes, so my next policy is like a 2-for-1 policy. I would very much like to start working on initiatives for the Lizard Employment Initiative. Lizards are natural sun bathers, so we aim to open up solar-powered above-ground opportunities for lizards. Every lizard deserves a reliable rock and warm place to bask. We are here to help lizards and make sure that they know that they are needed in this society and that we will give them good jobs, as well as make sure we have the Sunshine Paul Act. It protects moles who emerge to grab a snack or to attend important summits, go to see their friends who are above ground. It's a non-aggression pact with the birds to promote coexistence and to be above ground. We will also have surface days for the subterranean creatures to experience the sunshine, the rain, and the grass. And they can definitely return to the underground. If they do not want to, they are more than welcome to stay above ground. And I'm sure we will, with the tax incentives for housing, they will probably find a wonderful tree to rest in on the underground right there, so that they have better access for the above. So just so we are recapping, the initiative I'm trying to do is the Above Us campaign, talking about the surface days and what I want to do for the lizards. So it's just an all-around above ground employment, getting everything there for the initiative. That is Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon signing off.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Muldoon. So there you have it. Any response to that, Mr. Foggerton? Oh, yes. I think that they are just promoting this to get rid of us. They're trying to get rid of the lizards, and it's not something that we need in this society. We need the lizards here. We need them to be able to stay here and be able to trickle down the wealth to the moles, to pay them to be able to work and to really hone in on the things that we need in society. We need to not get rid of the lizards. We don't need to send them overground. All they're trying to do is just get rid of us, and we don't want to move. We want to remain in this society, and we are absolutely just we are doing great in this society, and I don't think that we need to be moved at all. The tax breaks are not for the benefits of lizards. It's more for the benefits of moles, and we don't need more benefits from moles. Which leads into my other policy that I have, that I'm looking to enact a reduced wages on moles. Okay, we're not getting into more policies. Like I said, we're gonna do like one policy per thing, and then if you have like a response like you're doing right now, you respond to it. But otherwise, we're not bringing in more. Well, it just goes into it. I think I have a better economic policy than Mr. Maudon has. Okay, but we're not doing that. So we're gonna have any responses to that response, Mr. Muldoon?
No, nothing for me.
Okay, sounds good. So we are gonna, like, anything from the audience that anyone wants to mention about the policy that Mr. Muldoon was speaking about moving lizards up in tax breaks and housing and stuff like that. Let's see. We have Fireclaw is truly a mole of the people. All right, so that's more of a comment. Do you want to comment anything on that comment?
Yes, I would like to comment on that comment. I do feel that Hunter E123 is definitely correct. I am truly a mole of the people. Not just mole people, lizard people, bird people, frog people, opossum people, as well as turtles and rabbits. I feel like we all need to get together, and we all need to make sure that these policies become enacted, because we all deserve equality and financial stability, because the rock prices are too damn high.
I would have to disagree. I don't think that that Modon has a really like a firm grasp on what we need to do. He was just over there mentioning random names of animals. I could do that too. I know possums. I know frogs. I also know frogs, probably better frogs than what he knows. And I also know aliens. I have seen aliens before, and they've come up to my house, and I've offered them lemonade, and they say no, thank you. The water here will cause us to melt. Wait, you've met aliens before? Yes, I have met aliens, and they were very interested in what I had to say. They heard out my policies and said that the policies are exactly what the country needs. Well, that was a jump scare. What has happened to your skin?
Are you okay?
I think we're both very worried about what happened to your skin.
Yes, because you are now different.
Oh, is it wrong to be different?
No, it was just a weird shift for 5 seconds.
I think it's set to like 20 seconds or 30 seconds, but yes, that brings me up to my next point to the audience. If you are a subscriber to the channel, you have access to things that shift some parts of the stream, mostly visual stuff, and it's a very small list, but you can find it in the about section. You can do. I don't think I have green, unfortunately. I have yellow Korny, blue Korny, and red Korny, and then deep fry, which changes the color of my skin. But that's just it's just visuals. But yeah, so that's a reason to become a subscriber. You just kind of begging for money, huh? No, I'm not begging for money. I'm just saying there's perks to having it. Well, I in my country, once I'm elected, I don't think you would have that issue, because we would all be wealthy. We would all be wealthy, unless you're a mole. which they know their place and where they belong. All right. What? Huh? Sounded like he had to sneeze. Welcome, Miss Dealey. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. I gotta fix that image up there, but thank you, Miss Dealey, and welcome to the community. Now you can change my skin color, but not in a weird way. Okay. Anywho, so we had let me see where we're at. We had the comments, and we were commenting on the comment, and then he commented on your comment to the comment, and I think now we roll back into the policies, and I believe it's on to Mr. Foggerton's next policy. Now, what policy would you like to bring over to the people, and what they would want to hear from you? Oh yes. Now I'm going to touch on one of the policies, and then I'm going to bring up another policy to the actual one that I want to bring up. I think we just have like maybe the time for one policy, and then we kind of go from well, I just want to mention it real quick. This is one that I was trying to mention, but then you rudely cut me off, and yeah, it's going to be the policy. I don't have a name for it, but I have you know, the names in working right now, but it's going to be something of along the lines of keeping the place. Do you mean keeping the peace? No, keeping the place. And this is about cutting the wages of moles. So I think that they can't see, they don't have eyeballs, and I think they have eyeballs. They just are you trying to fact check me during this interview? No, I'm sorry. I'll leave that to George, and that will be posted later in the Discord. Okay. But yes, they don't have eyeballs, and they think that they're better than everyone else, and I definitely think that we need to cut their wages to make sure that they are keeping where they need to be, and from there we will raise the wages of important lizard folk in big businesses that are really bringing in the dirt and the rocks over to where it needs to be, and the mole people, it would just be a slight cut in the wage where they can still live, they will survive. They're very resourceful for sure. That's one thing I could say about mole people, that they're very resourceful, and we can live in better trickle down economics where lizards will be grateful to give to the lower mole class, and we can definitely work that out, and that's my policy. And then I wanted to go into my other policy. That policy is pretty long. I think we can like talk about that, and then no, that was just a footnote.
You know, I want to hear more from the mole.
You want to hear more from the mole? Boo! I want to hear more from the mole. Okay, so it's not his turn. So we just wait, Mr. Bear, and we'll get to his turn. Yes. So I guess we can end it on that. We can kind of, we'll dive into my other amazing policies after, but we'll give it. Please respond and try to think of a reason why we shouldn't do it, because the moles, they don't have eyes, they can't see, and it's just they can't see where they're going with this, and that's why it's a great policy, and they won't even notice a difference. Would you like to respond, Mr. Muldoon?
No, he's going to dig that hole himself.
Okay, so yes, they don't want to respond to it because they know they can't. They know that there's no flaws in this policy, and I really think that it's something that will bring us all together. It'll make the parties grander, and everything is just gonna be it's gonna be where it needs to be, and that's just where we are. Okay, any questions, comments, or concerns from the audience that may want to have like I don't want to say a discussion with them, but like kind of like a, a comment about that policy. Any we have anybody that would like to say something about that? Because I feel like I need to bring up, like, it's just I don't usually hear people saying like, hey, you should vote for me because I'm gonna cut your wage, because I don't think you're just going for like lizard votes, right? Like you're probably looking for some of the mole population as well. Oh yes, but that's the thing. I have plenty of mole supporters. Mole supporters are all about, fairness, and they love where they are. They love where they are, and that's where I'm trying to keep them, is where they are, and getting ahead in life, because if you lower their wages, they'll be intrigued, and they would want to work harder for that. They want to work harder for their money if they would give them less. So I think they're smart enough to know that policy is well into like the better of greater goods.
Well, as I would like to speak real quick. I would like to say that so about your policy, yes, I would like you to continue to talk about it and dig yourself into a deeper hole. But I have faith in the forest community members that know that it is wrong to cut wages, because we are already so short on wages that the rock supply from your end is a little too high and not enough on this side. But when I am president, I would definitely like to implement a higher wage system. I would like to raise minimum wage from 2 rocks to 6 rocks. And I know this sounds crazy, but 6 rocks for all. So everything for all, it will be 6 rocks. And then I would like to bring down bug prices, as well as landing rock prices for the beautiful lizards down by 2%, because I think that food and a place to stay and sleep is very important, as well as I believe that moles, it's high time to move rocks off of prime digging spots and give the rocks to you for a relocation program that helps clear paths and provide warm places for lizards to be.
That sounds stupid. Is that it?
That's it for your policy. I have actual policies that need to be said here.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't need policies. I could just say nothing this whole interview, and I could win.
Well, I mean, then why don't you start? Because I would definitely like to.
Oh,
start.
hold on! Wait a second! We have we have an amazing raid from Gadget360 coming in with 15 viewers. Thank you so much. My name is Korny Midlon. I have a show here called Korny's Toon Talk, and today we have 2 of the prime candidates of the Underground Nation Society that are both going for the election, I believe, of the first presidency of the Underground Society. And we're talking to them, grabbing their policies. And thank you, Gadget, for the subscription. That's 10 months now. That's crazy. This guy's insane. If you guys aren't following Gadget, which I'm sure you are, but if you're not following him, he watches amazing movies on I believe Fridays and Saturdays. I usually catch I try to catch the one on Saturday. I'm busy. I'm sorry, I missed so many. I'm busy. It's crazy. But yes, please stay. Gadget. Hope it was an amazing movie that you watched today. Sorry I missed it again. But yeah, it's a very important interview we got going on here. We are just now talking about the let's see, what was it? Mr. Foggerton. So we have Mr. Foggerton here. Mr. Foggerton here, he is proclaiming that moles need a decrease in wages to increase the profitability of the lizard businesses. And then obviously his competitor, Mr. Mitch Muldoon, is obviously going to be against that. They don't have it's politics. Anyway, I'm sorry to cut you off, Mr. Muldoon. Go Gadget. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hopefully the stream is amazing. You were watching Orca the Killer Whale. I actually wanted to see that. So I would have to probably watch it on my own time and make my own commentary. But anyway, Mr. Muldoon, sorry to cut you off there. It's just a little event that we have that goes on potentially. So please continue.
Yes. So what I was going to talk about real quick was going to be, number one, hello, Go Gadget. It was lovely to see you right now. I don't know if I know you.
I thought it was more lovely to meet him more than you.
Correct, but what do you think of Chaotic Knight 07? Because I believe that they are very wonderful as well.
Yes, I have met Chaotic Knight personally, and he's a very great guy. He said I was the best. He was going to vote for me. He said all of his followers should vote for me as well.
Well, it does not matter because I would like to talk about the mud bath healthcare as well as healthcare for all. So with the healthcare mud bath, it's for a smoother lifestyle. So mud baths are for all, covered under the moles healthcare plan. Don't worry, 100%. They are for lizards as well as feathered people. It softens scales, it softens feathers, it even helps mole claws as well as rodent claws, and all of those alike. And I believe that with the taxes that we're already paying, I would personally take a cut of whatever I can and help with the mud bath healthcare initiative, because I do believe that every creature should have prime healthcare and wonderful soft skin, feathers, scales, or claws, because without all of that we would not survive in some ways. Some of us rely on our skin for camouflage. Some of us rely on the mud bath for our claws, because yes, I do dig in the dirt for a living and try to build homes. I am what they call a what is it called? A human's version of a carpenter. I am myself a hole digger, and I dig holes for a lot of people who may need a place to stay, or especially the moles up top who have been recently kicked out of a different home, or they just got lost and need help getting back on the right foot. I believe that as soon as you need it, you should have it. All the mud baths that you could take. We will hopefully be building a new mud spa for the top. And we already have one, but it is very small, and we are looking to expand because more creatures need mud.
All right.
This is Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon signing off.
You got me on that one. I was waiting for it like other times. This time you kind of snuck up on me on that one for sure. I do want to point something out that Chaotic Knight has said before. You mentioned that you met him and he said that he was going to vote for you. At the end of his statement, he does say, "But go moles," and he just said again, "I still support moles." So, was that a lie? Like, was that a fib that you may have told on that, or what do you have to say about that? I mean, maybe it was somebody that I saw that was they may have been a different person, but they did say that they had a huge following and that they were going to vote for me and tell their followers that they were going to also vote for me. And yeah, maybe I was mistaken. I do not lie. I can make a mistake, and I think that's still a prime reason to vote for me. And I'm a human. I'm a lizard human. I make mistakes. As a human say, I am a lizard and human, and I make mistakes. And that is you. I shouldn't be burdened by comments because I got one little statement wrong.
I do believe people, animals and people, I guess. I'm so sorry I didn't know your origin. So, I do believe that species in general can make mistakes, but still, it is all about policy and how you want to run this system. The ecosystem needs a strong foundation in order to create a lot of jobs, to create a lot of money, and make sure that everybody is safe, happy, and healthy. Mr. Host,
Just Korny or Mr. Midlon, but Korny's probably the best.
okay, Mr. Guy over there, kind of
Korny.
blurry. I forgot my glasses. Corny?
Yeah, just corny. It's like corn, but it's like corny, like a corny joke, but it's spelled with a K instead of a C.
That's funny. But I was going to let you know I have a prior engagement soon for another interview on CBNSS Underground S.
Oh, no way, the underground version? Yeah, CBSS and NBCS, ABC, CNN actually is broadcasting the show. Like, they're the ones that actually signed the show. But yeah, you're going to the underground version?
Yes. I have one campaign to do there as well. And not necessarily a debate, but just going to go down there and say hello to the people down there and make sure that they know that I'm for them. I just wanted to let you know that the time is going away from me, and I do need to be there shortly. Not super shortly, just shortly.
No, I completely understand. And we were actually going to go, if you have the time, we were going to go through one more of your policies, or we can just turn it to if the audience has any questions for you guys, and then kind of wind down from there. But I'll let you decide. Do you want to give another policy, or would you just rather just see if anyone has any comments, and then after that we'll kind of go away from that? What would you like to do, since you would be the last comments on this show?
So I feel like all of my policies can be read on the web form www.fireballmcdean.com / policies that are wonderful for our people. Yes, I know it's very long, but I'm sure that you can remember it because all of us have wonderful memories. And I was just letting you know that I have several more policies, but those are the main ones I want to talk about today. So, if the audience does have any questions, I would love to hear.
All right.
That is Fireclaw McDoon signing off.
They might as well just call him Fireball Maldon, because he drinks a lot and he cannot handle his liquor. All right, I don't think I was.
That is sadly not a true statement. The only thing I drink is the hope and prosperity of our great ecosystem. Glug glug to that. That is Mitch Fireball McDoon signing off.
All right, that's Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon signing off one more time. It does not seem like we have any comments about that, but we are going to wind down the show a little bit. Thank you guys for joining today's broadcast. So these are the two primary candidates in the underground nation society. I did throw up a poll in there on who would vote for Mr. Jonathan Perrich Fogarty, or Mr. Mitt. Wait, oh yeah, P. Rich kind of threw me off. Or Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon. I threw the poll up there if you want to vote for who do you think would be the winner of that, on who gave the best policies and promoted the best you know, the leadership that they could bring to their communities and their nation and all that. And a final reminder before we end the show to go out and vote if you haven't already. If you are legally able to vote and you are an American citizen, please go out and vote. It's very important. And you know, no vote's too small. Every one of them's counted, unless you count the ones that were lost during the other election that they found again and stuff like that. I don't know. But, you know, the system has holes in it, okay? It's not all perfect. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, okay? Jeez. Somewhat corrupted. It says, staying sufficiently hydrated? Now that's something I can get behind. Exactly, staying hydrated. It's something nice. It's good. Anyway, any closing statements that you guys want to make? I'll let since Muldoon had the last say on the comments or policies, I'll go with Fogarty. Fogarty? Have I been saying Fogarty the whole time? I feel like I've been saying Fogarty a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, over to you, Mr. Fogarty. Okay. Yes. I would love to say that I'm for the people. I love people. I love all of the races and species that we have in our society, and I definitely think that we as a society can make the underground world better and more sufficient than the overground world. The overground world is extremely populated. Even though we are smaller, we seem to be able to manage populations a lot better, and we are definitely better than the overground world. But with my policies, it'll make the underground nation even stronger. We'll be better, and we'll be a lot more efficient. I think that if you vote for me, it's a vote for a better country and a better society and a better nation. Thank you. Thank you so much for your closing statement. Mr. Muldoon, do you have a closing statement that you would like to share?
Yes, I do. So I just wanted to tell you all, thank you for your constant participation in today. Thank you for telling me my outfit is fancy and professional, as well as I would like to tell you we are all for the ecosystem, so let's bring the roots of change to the surface, dig deeper and grow stronger, burrow towards progress, have a vision as sharp as our claws, and together we will dig up success. That is Mitch Fireclaw Muldoon signing off for the final time. Please vote for me.
Not only vote for Mole or for Muldoon, but vote in general. You know, it's always encouraged here to you know, to vote and support your freedoms and rights and all that. So I'm gonna close this poll a little early, because we seem to have let me throw that up there. We seem to have a complete blowout. Hold on, it's not visible. I don't know how to do this. But we seem to have a complete blowout with Fogarty having 0 votes, with Muldoon having 100% of those votes. So I want to say that it's pretty much damning evidence that everyone supports Mr. Muldoon over Fogarty. Any last words on that? Well, I mean, obviously, with a network like NBCA, BACD, CNN, BCA, underscore ABCD, booty underscore CBS, with a news network like that, it's just one of those things where I didn't expect anything less than that. I don't think it will be my final. Like I don't, it's not my last words, but it's definitely I feel like I will be definitely I will be winning the actual voting. Okay, I don't think that is true, just because since you lost the voting, we have to actually get rid of you. Like you can't be here anymore. But that's just preposterous. How am I? He's gone. He no longer walks this earth.
That is very upsetting, because I kind of like the guy, and you know, he was good fight, good all around. But just so everybody knows, everything that I have said, as long as the Supreme Underground and Above Ground Court comes together, we can make these changes and make these policies happen. Let's go and be out there. Let's all create change for the rest of the world. You have a wonderful night, and this is Mitch Fireclaw McDoon signing off.
All right. That's him signing off, and that brings us to about the end of our show. I'm going to snooze these ads one more time so I can get through the end and whatnot. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. What an amazing show. We had a great time with the two candidates that we had running around, Mr. Muldoon, and then the late Fogarty, who has been zapped by a laser and no longer exist. So I think it's a pretty cut case, like clean cut case of who's going to be ruling the underground, and I think we're all better for that. So yes, congratulations, Mr. Muldoon, and that's about it. So I want to thank everybody for coming into the show today. Thank you, Go Gadget, for the raid, and the resubscription, might I add, as well too, as well as also. Thank you for the little bit of bits here and there, Arykat. Everybody who just enjoyed the show, as well as Miss Deely G. There it is, for the subscription, and I hope you enjoy it here and whatnot. That's kind of all we have for today. Also, next week we won't be having a show because I have some like home improvement things I got to do. So it's a lot of construction going on, and as well as I'm trying to dress up the place a little bit better. So we'll be taking next week off. So Thursday, Friday we won't have a show, but then the next week after that, we are going to try to bring back another guest, hopefully bigger and better than the last ones that we've had. So yeah, come back for no booing in the chat. You can't do that. That's against the law. Don't make me turn the laser onto you. So but yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for joining. Any other announcements? Anything else? I don't think I have really anything else, but if you would like to, you can always join the Discord. I think the next episode that we do have, I'm going to try to solicit, I don't know. I'm pretty much going to ask the community to provide images that the guest would have to explain, kind of like explain that Graham on Hot Ones, but I'll give you a prompt and all that, and you can kind of go from there. As long as you have like the alerts set up and all that stuff like that. Don't forget to take out the trash. The trash is already missed. It comes on Friday morning, so, and it's like early. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning too. So we have 3 weeks of trash that we got to live with. Probably working on the 4th week of trash. It's crazy. It's crazy. I never lived in a landfill, but I don't think I want to after this. It's just insane. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining. And let's see. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun doing it. Thank you for, oh, I forgot. Thank you for Arykat. Insane Arykat. Thank you for joining us in today's little thingamajig, the interview. I very much appreciate that. Let's see, we can look into somebody to raid. Let's do Cream of Egbert. He's an artist that makes really exciting things. Or should we do, I think Spectral Sybil just started their subathon. Or Sibathon. Something like that. Art or like Chaos. Art or Chaos. I feel like Chaos is a little bit more our style, but I also like art. Dang. Also, lovely stream. Thank you so much. Did you see your cameo in Renault Quest? No, I've been very busy with like all the things going on, especially with Halloween and stuff. There's a lot of like kid stuff that I gotta do, and it's like there's a lot. So it's like I haven't been able to keep up with that kind of stuff, unfortunately. He made an Arykat cameo too. I will let her know for sure. We'll do Spectral Sybil. She can be fun. She's fun. She's a fun lady to hang around. She did a lot. Like she dressed up a lot for the Halloween season. Like it was crazy how much she like dressed up and like it's crazy. She's not dressed up now, but she's doing like her subathon. But it's nice. Anyway, going over any last details. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It was amazing. It was amazing making these characters and doing the voices and stuff, and trying not to dive too much into like American politics. But I feel like it's unavoidable to do that. It's really hard to like see what's going on nowadays, and it's just to get into that and stuff. So thank you guys for joining us. Remember, we don't have a show next week. We'll continue the week after. Join the Discord, stuff like that. Thank you everybody for supporting the stream and supporting the show. Anything that's coming is going to just be bigger and better. And you know, it's always something I love doing. I love talking to myself and other people that we have on. So we'll see you guys next time, and have a lovely evening, day, week, and everything else. Happy Halloween, post-Halloween, and happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you again before then. All right. Anyway, bye. Thank you.